Hey, you're finally listening to episode 122 of Fresh Floppies.
Hey.
We're back.
It's been a morning, guys.
Hey, guys, gals, they-thems, it's been a morning.
Everybody.
But we're here now, and we love you.
Yeah. He loves you more than he loves me, and that's fine.
It's true, I do. What's up to our sidekicks and henchfolk out there in the Geek Nation? Thanks for hanging out with us and listening to this show that we're about to do, which is called Fresh Floppies. It's episode 122. This is a show where Jeremy and I, JD of Johnny Destructo's Hero Complex, located at 4327 Main Street, Philadelphia. It's a rad-ass comic shop that caters to rad-ass folks, so get on in here and buy my rad-ass comics. Mm-hmm. We talk about the books that came out this week, but with no spoilers, so that you can go into the comic shop, your LCS, even if it's not Johnny Destructo's Hero Complex.
But it should be.
It should be, because I do mail-outs. And you can go into your local shop and have information about whether or not you want a book or not.
Context.
So,
we love context.
Yeah. So, listen, it's been a morning. We have a short time budget.
A lot of books to go
We're going to get into it. We missed last week.
Yeah, we did.
Specifically, we missed you last week. But we also missed talking about last week's comics. So we're going to start off with something that Jeremy read and I didn't, which DCKO #2, big mega event from DC Comics, I guess.
Okay. All right, we have JD's opinion on it. We've talked about #1 when it first came out, DCKO #1. Neither of us loved it.
Yeah.
I will say I liked this a lot more. Because we got a lot more context to...
You just said you loved context, and it's true.
True. We got a lot more context to Superman's mindset around this.
Yeah.
Very abbreviated version, all the heroes and villains of the world, at least most of them, are in a fight to the death to figure out who can be King Omega in order to have the right amount of power, or enough power, to fight off Darkseid to save the planet, because Darkseid's coming for Earth. And the whole thing is like Omega energy is all bad guy stuff, so they have to basically do bad guy things to each other to try to get the bad guy energy. They
need to be a freak in the sheets.
Yes, and in the heart of apocalypse. Our problem with DCKO #1 was we both clocked, I don't think Superman would be involved with this at all. And the fact that they're like, oh, but Clark, it's like a board game. Because remember, we played a board game in the first scene of the comic book? It's just like a board game, you big dummy. And he's like, okay. And I was like, that doesn't track for me. So what happened in here that you were like... They do bring us back to the board game motif in the very beginning. Yeah. What happened here is that we had somebody in the games accusing him of not doing enough, not only in the game, but also... just in general life.
If there's one thing Superman's known for, it's like not doing enough.
Well, people are just like, it's basically,
lazy second.
There's a handful of people who are getting annoyed with him and being like, we get your mindset. We get that you don't want to abuse your power, but also we all know that the world could be better. We all know we could make it a better place, and you have the power to do it. Why aren't you doing it? And then someone in the game was like, I'm doing what you never could. So I'm gonna win this shit, be King Omega, and you are basically you're not seeing the bigger picture, effectively.
Sounds like something Damien would say.
So you'll have to read to find out.
I will have to read.
So it's him sort of coming face to face, Superman coming face to face with that concept, and also him having to still find a way to fight his way through and try to be King Omega, and also come to terms with like this image in his head of what the world could be and whether or not it's worth doing it that way.
Oh, right on. So, all right. So how fresh is DCKO #2?
Fresh, for DCKO #2. It was
Word,
awesome.
Nice. I'm excited to read it. I was already excited to read it because of the problems that I had with issue 1, and I was hoping that issue 2 would sort of bury those issues for me. So I'm looking forward to reading it. Great. Yeah. Awesome. I love to hear that. Also came out. Wait, is this? Oh, let's move on to this week.
Yeah.
DCKO KnightFight #2. So in DCKO #1, the guy who can defeat any situation as long as he's got prep time immediately died. Batman died in issue 1.
From like a javelin gun or something?
The Joker shows up and I think kapows him through the back.
Right.
But again, weird. Batman can defeat anything if he's got prep time. And he had a full week of prep time, didn't he?
Yeah.
Still got murked. So DC KnightFight is Batman immediately after dying during the DCKO event and getting shunted to this other reality where it's the future. Batman has gone crazy, and the Robins, all of the Robins, are kind of like have taken over Gotham. Dick Grayson is now Batman, which I've always been a big fan of. Mm-hmm. And they actually have these little universities where they're just training Robins. So there's like a mini army of Robins, which I think is a really cool idea. And I actually quite enjoyed that first issue. I like that alternate reality.
It was really good.
Yeah. How was this?
This was awesome. You read it too, right?
I did. Yeah.
This answered some questions that it brought up in the first issue.
Mm-hmm.
And I love when our questions actually get answered. Yeah. And then it made things more complicated. And then also just even after we got the answer to the big question of what's happening here, they still made things more complicated and more interesting, which I really enjoyed. And it was very well executed and a little psychological. It was good.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. I don't know if it's a spoiler, but basically the way things are left off in the end of issue 1 is not the way they maintain throughout issue 2.
Right.
Things change and evolve throughout this story. The story that we're given in the first part morphs. So, I'm really enjoying this too. Mm-hmm. It is a little weird that Batman immediately died, but I'm really enjoying what's happening here.
The whole thing is that, you know, his preparation didn't stop him from dying, but his preparation did allow him to effectively come back to life in a way after dying in the tournament. So, you know, some credit where it's due.
Yeah. No, this is really fun. It's by Joshua Williamson and Dan Mora, which I think we neglected to mention. Both guys are at the top of their game right now. I really love. I was never a fan of Joshua Williamson up until he started writing Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah, Supercorp, which was awesome, and it's been a banger the entire time. So now I'm on the Joshua Williamson train, and this is really fun.
And he's about to pick up the new Iron Man series in Marvel.
Yes,
I think.
yes. I guess I'll be trying out Iron Man because I haven't read Iron Man in years. So yeah, I think fresh AF for Batman.
Me too.
KnightFight.
Me too.
DCKO KnightFight. What's next? Tell me. Oh, how about DCKO Superman versus Captain Atom? This is all fight month, so there's going to be a bunch of one shots.
Yes.
And this one is Superman versus Captain Atom by Joshua Williamson.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
And Sean Izaakse on art with Trish Mulvihill and Hi-Fi on colors.
So at the end of DCKO issue number 2, on the last page, we get next issue tag team time. And then we get this full list of basically all the heroes that are going to be facing off and villains that are going to be facing off one-on-one.
Yeah.
So the first one-on-one that we got this week was Superman versus Captain Atom.
So right off the bat, hideous. I am not a fan of this cover by...
I actually like the cover.
You like the cover?
Yeah.
Oh, God, who is it? I can't remember the guy's name, but yeah, it's not a Superman I enjoy looking at.
Wait, isn't
Jorge Corona, I think, is he's been doing Transformers with... what's his nuts? Daniel Warren Johnson.
Yep, Jorge Corona.
Yeah, he's been drawing Transformers recently, which looks great on Transformers.
I forget. Did you read this?
No.
It's okay. It's honestly a little bit more of what we got in DCKO number 2, which is now Captain Atom specifically is being like, hey, get your head in the game and do more. Like, you know, I could lead this and be King Omega and make it a better place. You could make it a better place, but I'm in the game. I'm fighting. I'm going to knock you the hell out if I have to.
Yeah, he's a soldier.
Yeah.
Captain Atom is a literal captain in the armed forces.
So it does get about halfway through, maybe more like 3/4 of the way through. It actually gets super creative with the paneling and some weird trippy time stuff that they pull off. I liked this a lot until the very end when Superman had one of those stupid comic lines where he was like, but somehow this happened. It's like, just tell me it like either say, if you're going to position something in that way. Like
Yeah.
if you're going to bring it up, something that's strange about comics,
Yeah.
like either say it happened this way or because of this, or just tell me it happened with no context and I'll be like, okay, fine, comics. But
Yeah.
the second a character is like, oh, but somehow I'm back from the dead. Like,
Somehow Palpatine returned?
yeah, like don't give me a somehow. We know
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense and you've just made it worse. Otherwise, this was pretty fresh. I really like we're getting into the part of DCKO that I was looking forward to that I thought was going to be from the beginning, which was just a bunch of 1v1s.
Yeah.
A bunch of brackets fighting off against each other because they do position the whole thing as a big fight bracket.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, even DCKO number 2, we get a little bracket here, which they've been showing us since before the event started. So I wanted it to be formatted this way. Now it's formatted this way. I'm happy with that.
Great.
This was pretty fresh.
Pretty fresh.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty fresh. Or, pretty fresh.
Yeah, the higher one.
It's
The-
pretty
the better
fresh.
one. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. Nice. What's next?
Um,
More DCKO forever.
We don't really need to do this one, to be honest.
Okay.
This was
Superman?
Superman
By Joshua Williamson.
by Joshua Williamson. This was Superman number 32.
Mm-hmm.
Williamson and art is
Oh,
by
Eddie Barrows.
Eddie Barrows.
Nice.
This, so in the previous issue of Superman, Lois Lane is like, basically she's trying to do everything she can to support Superman from outside of this big competition.
Mm-hmm.
So she goes to the, what is his?
Fortress of Solitude.
Thank you. She goes to the Fortress of Solitude, consults his mommy daddy robot database, and is like, "What can you tell me about Darkseid and this competition and Apocalypse?" And
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
a
and the
good one.
dad's like, I don't know anything, ma'am.
Yeah.
And then she gets the idea to talk to mom. Mm-hmm. And she's like, all right, listen, here's the thing.
Lois shows emotion, and naturally that brings out the mother in the computer because
'Cause
fathers
women-
don't have emotion.
Yeah. We're not emotional like those
No,
ladies.
no, we're all logic. Everything we do makes perfect sense. So that's basic. And that issue left off with is it Superman Prime or Superboy Prime?
Superboy Prime.
Superboy Prime comes in.
Love that dude.
Honestly, I forget why he came in, but
He's
he
such a
he pops in. He's
incel piece of shit. I love him. He's
yeah,
such
he was in
fun
a handful
character.
of Superman issues leading up to this.
Yeah, the Legion of Darkseid 3-issue mini story.
Yeah.
And reintroduced Superboy Prime, who, if you don't know, Superboy Prime, he's from pre-Crisis on Infinite Earths from 1986, and
So you have to be old to remember him.
he during Infinite Crisis by Jeff Johns became a real piece of shit and started murdering everybody. But now he's a little better. But he's also got this other character trait where he's kind of like She-Hulk and Deadpool. He knows about comics, he knows about story, and he's breaking the fourth wall a little bit,
He does like to do
which
that.
is kind of fun.
Yeah. In this issue, we pick up where we left off, where she is talking with computer versions of
Laura?
yeah. And Prime is there, and a couple of basically heroes fighting for Darkseid who keep popping up. They come in, they try to stop her from getting any kind of information.
Oh, Starro, I see.
And yeah, and then we
Cheetah?
also get some context about how Lex and the other baddies escaped the Phantom Zone and put themselves into this competition.
Nice.
Which is also, again, answers to the question that I enjoy, because before this whole thing got set off, all the Justice League purposely put all the baddies into the Phantom Zone, and then all of a sudden they popped up in the competition, and they were like, what the hell are you doing here?
Yeah.
So now we figure out what the hell they're doing there.
Great.
Which I'm a fan of.
Nice. I haven't read this one yet. Good.
Also pretty fresh. The high pitch, pretty fresh.
Pretty fresh.
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. What's next? Oh, is that all the DC stuff?
That's all DC
I'll
stuff.
tell you what. Let's do some indie stuff. So, Criminal from Image Comics, Giant Size Criminal #1 came out. It's called The High Roller. It's by Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. They are a all-star team that have been working together for decades at this point. They've done really, really solid work all the way through. And this is a new #1 issue for Criminal, which is a series that's been also going on for probably 15 years at this point.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So the cool thing about Criminal is that, like Sin City by Frank Miller, each story is a standalone story, but they are all connected in that
you and I might be having a conversation in the foreground, but then someone else is in the background. You see something else happening in the background. And then in another story, that person will be the main focus of the series, and you'll see us in the background at the same time. Do you see what I mean? Like the focus changes and shifts for different characters, and it's all just crime noir stories, which are really, really fun.
That's dope.
So if you like crime noir stuff, this is, you know all about this team, Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. And this is a new one because coming soon to a streaming platform near you.
Oh, really?
There's a criminal series coming.
I didn't see that either.
So it's called Giant Size Criminal, which I thought was going to be like dimension wise, like how big the book is. And this is just a thickie boy, but it's also printed on newsprint, old timey comic book paper. And this was really fun. I had a blast with this. I haven't read Criminal in quite a while, but god dang, this is really fun. It's one of the Lawless family, who are very, well known in the criminal underworld.
It's a good name for it.
But this guy, Ricky Lawless, I gather from this issue is a bit of a fuck up. It's really fun to read.
This was really fun. I really enjoyed it. I didn't, as we already said, I had no idea there was more comic before this. So this is a great number one, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like there was no learning curve. I didn't feel out of the loop on anything. I don't know if people who've read previously might pick up on things that I didn't. But I thought it was a great time. It was really fun.
Yeah, there's a sequence in here where he's having a memory of his father. His father, I believe, is in the first Criminal story.
Oh.
Called, not Loser, something. I forget what it's called. But, so this is the original Lawless that I think we're introduced to in the first series.
Nice.
So, this is his son.
That's cool.
And it's so fun.
It's
I don't want to spoil it, but it went differently than I thought it was going to go.
It was a very fast read for me too.
Yeah,
like it
blew through it. Yeah, for sure.
Very good.
This was fresh AF. This
Me
was
too.
awesome. I love this. I'm excited to be back in criminal world. Save Now is another indie book, indie darling, according to me. Save Now by Matt Kindt and Tomás Giorello. This is issue number 2 from Bad Idea Press, and
we both loved issue 1.
we did.
I did not read issue 2 yet.
This is fantastic. So the story for Save Now goes as there is a superhero team, if you think the Justice League or the Avengers, and they all have their different powers. But this gentleman, who has a name...
It's Mr. Save Now.
Yeah, Mr. Savenin. I don't remember his name, but his power is to have save points in time, like a video game. And in the first issue, you've got this superhero team fighting a threat, and we're privy to this character's point of view, where they keep failing, and he keeps resetting back to a save point at the beginning of the fight. So they have fought and lost, 100 times. Someone dies, they all die, something bad happens, and he resets them, tries a different avenue, tells them what to try. Okay, that didn't work. Reset, try this new thing. I'm a big fan of that sort of motif. I like time travel, and I think a save point is a really fun idea that I think we've all had in our lives. Like, man, I wish I had a save point.
Yeah.
I did not mean to do that. Wish I had a save point for that.
Especially when it comes to quick decisions of just like, damn, if I could have picked the other one.
Yeah. I had a 50-50 shot and I lost. This is really, really fun. But the big story, the overarching story is 10 years from now, there is a catastrophe. There is an apocalypse that happens, and he has gone back so many times that he's just run out of ideas. Like, it doesn't matter what he does, what he changes, the apocalypse always happens. And the other cool thing about this character is that even though I reset this podcast, and we've done this particular podcast 100 times, I keep aging. But you get it younger and younger and younger.
Yeah.
But I'm aging in real time, even though I'm resetting.
Yeah, it's like the
which is very
timeline
cool.
resets around him.
Yes.
It's basically two different lines. There's his timeline, then there's the real timeline.
Yeah.
And this one keeps going, but when he resets, he just keeps aging
he
at the
keeps
same
moving
rate.
forward. Yeah. So at this point, he's like gray-haired and older, but he's resetting back 10 years, and his wife's like, I'm not dumb.
Because his wife,
Something's going on.
his wife doesn't know about his powers, but she knows that he does weird stuff, right?
No, I think
Does she know
knows.
about his powers?
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
Yeah, she calls it out here.
Oh, okay, got it.
So yeah, this is really, really fun. It's a great idea, and it's really engaging. I'm having a blast with Save Now. Highly recommend.
The first issue, like I said, I haven't read this one, but the first issue had like 3 different levels of conflict and like concern and story, and I was like, damn, like it got really complicated. Not complicated, but pretty deep, for lack of a better term.
Also, look at that. Look at the art. That's great. I really like the art in this. Check it out. Look at it. Look at it with your eyeballs. So yeah, highly recommend Fresh AF, Criminal, and Save Now. Both baller.
Dude.
Is it? Oh, did you read Venom?
No, this is just
okay.
other stuff.
So I guess it's just time for the X corner, the Age of Revelation corner.
Which we're gonna make it kind of fast because we've gone through the context the last few times.
Yeah.
Amazing X-Men was my favorite of the week. This
Jed
is
MacKay.
you're right, Jed MacKay and that's my biggest weakness is I always forget. Jed MacKay and art by Mahmud Asrar.
Oh, Mahmud Asrar, yeah.
This series is my favorite. No. My second favorite.
Don't listen to me, I'm a liar.
Yeah, my second favorite of the Age of Apocalypse run. My top favorite
Age
is
of
actually
Revelation run.
Age of Revelation.
Yeah.
My top favorite is actually Radioactive Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a really
That's
good
a banger.
one.
Yeah. So what is this? Amazing X-Men, how is it?
Amazing X-Men is pretty much the closest thing we get to like the main run of the event. Like if you want to keep up with the primary happenings, this is where it's mostly happening.
Okay.
And this follows Cyclops and Beast and the team of X-Men that brought their consciousnesses to the future.
Yeah.
Last issue, big stuff. We find out that the X-Men who are fighting Revelation, like this team of X-Men, their goal wasn't actually to bring Cyclops and Beast's consciousnesses to the future.
Oh.
Their goal was to bring their Cyclops and Beast to the past.
Oh!
To try to stop what was happening.
I was wondering.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I read the first issue and I was like, why would you do that?
Uh-huh.
Why would you send someone back?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
that's awesome.
But they were keeping it secret from them, and basically just
That's
kind of
hilarious.
rolling with them the whole time. And of course, when we get this reveal, Cyclops has his little moment of he's like, I'm not dumb. I know what you guys are doing, but I'm still the leader of the X-Men and you're still going to listen to me. And they're all like, yeah, you're right. Okay.
Like, all right.
They're like,
Slim.
they were like, you're good at this. So, okay. JD and I were just talking yesterday about how at least my favorite character in this is actually Glob.
Glob is the MVP.
He's gotten so aggressive in the 10 years time that we jumped, like hilariously so, that he's just killing people and shrugging it off. And it's honestly kind of hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
This was great. This was fresh AF. I really like the Amazing X-Men series.
Nice.
It's the best example of the series of like I'm actually intrigued by the developments of the characters 10 years later, as opposed to the whole event so far has kind of been like the end of every comic has been the reveal of what side some random character is on. Yeah. I'm kind of already tired of it, but this like is actually giving me characters I'm interested in and would like to follow.
Awesome. Next up,
we got Binary #3 by...
I'll tell you, it's Stephanie Phillips and Giada Belviso with Rachel Rosenberg on colors.
This one's probably like number 3 or 4 Age of Revelation for me. This is pretty good. This was Captain Marvel.
Carol Danvers.
Carol Danvers was provided the Phoenix Force powers by Jean Grey because she effectively exhausted her physical form when trying to put a force field around the planet Earth to stop the virus from spreading beyond Earth. Carol Danvers was up in space with her, and Jean Grey was like, here, take it. And then at the end of last issue, we find out that the person who is initiating all the unrest against Carol Danvers, because she has protected her hometown with a dome, keeping everybody in and the virus out. Yeah. There's some unrest against her. The leader of that is Madeline Pryor.
Oh yeah.
Which my problem with this is it starts off with Carol Danvers being like, "Oh my God, Jean Grey," and I'm like, she's wearing her Madeline Pryor costume. Like, there's no question about who this is.
Right.
And then they fight.
Well,
and the good guys win.
Okay, so I am not an expert in Jean Grey, Madeline Pryor, or Carol Danvers.
Yeah.
I like Carol Danvers a lot, but I don't have the storied history with that character. So it may be that Madeline Pryor
and Jean Grey and the X-Men are all aware, but people who aren't in the inner circle of the X-Men, Carol's never been in the X-Men, right? She's not a part of that subsection of Marvel. Mm-hmm. She's out in space or she's with the Avengers. So she may not have any idea who Madeline Pryor is. Fair. The fact that she's Madeline Pryor, and if you don't know, Madeline Pryor is a clone of Jean Grey.
Yeah.
So all she sees is someone who looks exactly like Jean Grey, outfit be damned. Yeah. She might have no idea who Madeline Pryor is. So, but I don't know.
That's a fair point.
Email us at cultpopgo@gmail.com and let me know if I'm an idiot because of this specific thing.
Yeah.
But the rest of the series.
Yeah. That's a fair point. They haven't had direct interaction probably. I mean, maybe they have. I don't know. But this is pretty good. This was fresh. Middle of the road fresh for me. It did the normal X-Men goofy stuff when it comes to life and death. Yeah. Which was fine. I think this might have actually been the last one.
Oh, it wraps up?
Or maybe the next one is the last one. Because a lot of these, I think we wrapped up here because, yes, we did wrap up here. A lot of these issues have been giving us this splash page for Age of Revelation finale. Oh. So because we are
wrapping it up.
Yeah, we are getting towards the end here.
I'm happy about that because I don't care about the Age of Revelation.
I'm going to be honest.
Sorry.
I was starting to go with it and be okay with it. And now that we're nearing the end, I'm starting to feel like it wasn't worth it anyway.
Right. Because not enough happened.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how it goes when it ends. I'll be excited when it's over, and then I'll probably develop my own personal little, here's the actual important stuff, and then maybe I'll read through it again and go from there.
Finally, we've got Laura Kinney, Sabretooth, number 3 by Erica Shultz and Valentina Pinti.
This might actually be my least favorite of the grouping of the Age of Revelation stuff.
It's a shame, because I like Laura.
I like Laura. So far, in 3 issues, we have gotten repeated, oh my God, Revelation is messing with my mind, but my healing factor has just solved that problem for me. God damn Revelation. And then she goes and confronts Revelation. And he's like, shut up. And then and then she does, because he has those powers.
Yeah.
And then eventually it wears off again.
Oh, gosh.
That's kind of where we're at. The whole concept is that she is sending her son that she had with a dude whose name I forget, not even a person I recognize.
Laura's a baby mama?
Yeah. Her husband has died, and the whole concept is that I believe both her husband and her son don't have powers. So she's sending her son and Scout and Akihiro off to Araco, aka Mars.
Yeah.
To be get away from Revelation, keep him safe. He's not going to be, safe in the Revelation territories. And then Revelation is F you, bring all the mutants and your family back here to Earth. And that's where we pick up here. So
it's got Helverine in it.
Yeah, I didn't realize that the most recent iteration of Helverine is actually Akihiro. So when he gets pissed off in this, he brings out Helverine, and that pops up for a second. So
interesting.
This actually was probably the better of the 3 that we've read. Overall, I don't love this one.
I'm hearing that a lot.
Also,
I am so sorry.
The art in this is not great.
The art, man. The art in this does not make me want to read it. I thought that problem with her recent run altogether with Laura's run. Yeah.
This one's not for me. It might be for you if you really like Laura Kinney, but
me.
Nah.
Barely fresh?
Yeah, barely fresh.
Yeah. All right. Is there anything you're looking forward to reading this week that you haven't gotten to yet?
I really want to read Save Now.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah, you do.
And I do.
Read Save Now.
Oh, I really want to read Batman number 4 because I've been loving this Batman series.
Matt Fraction's Batman's
very
been
good.
What do they say? The tits?
No one else says that, but you
tops. Criminal. You should read. You should read Criminal if you haven't read it yet.
Criminal's great.
What else? Is there anything else I want to read? Good question. Thanks for asking.
Mm-hmm.
Wiccan. Wiccan has a mini series that just started. Number 1 came out this week. I'm looking forward to that. No, I'm not. I'm curious about it. It's not like I'm looking forward to it, but I'm curious.
What about that Hulk number 1?
Oh, Hulk Smash Everything. Before we leave, Hulk Smash Everything came out this week. I don't have a copy to show you, but it's Ryan North who wrote One World Under Doom. Which did you ever finish? Did you finish that last issue?
No.
Me neither. I was enjoying it, and I just forgot to read that was the finale, wasn't it?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Was
it's
it?
still going? Okay.
I could be wrong, but
Got to catch up on that. But anyway, Ryan North, who's also doing Fantastic Four, which has been a baller series since he started it like 2 years ago. He did Hulk Smash Everything, and it's really, really fun. I think it's like 4 issues, and this first issue is him versus Doctor Strange, but he's being manipulated by a villain. Hulk is being manipulated, and the way that this villain decides to get the Hulk involved in what's happening is hilarious. I was just like, that is fantastic. What a blast. So I highly recommend Hulk Smash Everything if you haven't gotten to it yet. Definitely check it out. It looks like it's going to be a really fun and kind of funny, doesn't take itself too seriously miniseries.
I feel like that's good context for Hulk.
Yeah.
Although that Hulk run recently that was very much like horror monster kind of coded, that was also really fun. I don't know. I feel like Hulk can do a lot.
The Immortal Hulk. Yeah, he's in the past maybe the past 10, 15 years, I feel like they've done really interesting things with him. They've changed him up a little bit.
Yeah.
The only one I didn't really like, even though I love Donny Cates, was the Starship Incredible Hulk thing, which was not for me.
Oh, that did not cross my radar.
But yeah, Infernal Hulk just came out a couple weeks ago too, and I'd like to read that.
I think there was a Doctor Strange #1 this week as well.
Haven't read it.
Neither have I.
But,
So
yeah.
all stuff
Good
to check
stuff to
out.
read.
Keep
I'm
an eye
excited.
out. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Join us here next Wednesday or Thursday morning. We try to put these up Thursday morning for another episode of Fresh Floppies. You can also join us on YouTube at 8 p.m. We go live on YouTube for the live stream. And last night we did, what did we do? We did... Wasn't Wicked. Wicked was last week. Oh, Stranger Things Season 5, Part 1. So the first 4 episodes dropped. We talked
watched
about
all 4
that
of them already?
at length. Yeah, It was really, really fun. So that'll be up on the YouTube channel. You can just go watch that now.
Same YouTube channel this is on.
Yeah. Same bat time, same bat channel. Love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll talk at you later.
Bye, friends.
Did it.